Hello my loves, it's come to that time of the month. It's our monthly favorites, and this one is so fucking short. Actually, the music for this one is really fucking good and it's really long, but the rest is super short, and I will explain why along the way, so let's just get into it. The shortest one, surprisingly, is books, because I only have one that I like thoroughly enjoyed. There are others that I've liked, and I've read a lot of books this month, like a lot, but just some things like stopped me from loving them. But this book I did love, this one singular book called One Day in December, and I believe it's by Josie Silver. It's a sweet romance book, but it's also so heartbreaking at the same time, but it's so like, I love books that show the complexity of humans and our feelings and life, and this book really does that, and it's magical and so worth it. Please read it, it's so good. I loved it, I really loved it. So then we'll go into films, because that's the second shortest one. First of all, I Love My Dad. That is the name of the movie. I do love my dad, but that is also the name of the movie. So I knew about this film months ago when it came out, because Claudia, what's her name? Selewski is in it, who is Phineas's girlfriend. She's also a YouTuber. I have watched her since 2020. Been obsessed with her ever since, and she is so good in this movie. She is so good. Whenever I see like YouTubers and stuff act, I'm like, it cringe. I physically can't take it seriously. But Claudia in this was so good, like to the point where I didn't really see her. I saw her character, and that's just the sign of a great actor. And so she was so good in it. Everyone else in it was really good. It had a great cast, a good well-known cast as well. But it is an indie film, and it's one of those indie films that I just love. It's so cute and fun. It's also like so painful to watch, because I'm not spoiling anything by saying this, but the movie is about a dad who catfishes his son as a girl, because they have no relationship and he won't allow him to be in his life, and he finds it's the only way to kind of be in his life. It is as messed up as it sounds, but it's so hard to watch some of it, but it's done so well. It's so fun and I loved it, and it was so good. Second film, of course, are we surprised I'm about to say this? No, it's Barbie. It was so good. Better than fucking Oppenheimer. I watched both in the same day. It was so good. It was so good. Greta Gerwig as my favourite director. Some would say I'm so smart for that. Some would say I'm a psychic for that, because slay. She slayed. And she also made female director history. I love her so much. I love her so much. She never fucking misses. Ever. Ever. Imagine having that discography. Lady Bird, Little Women, Barbie. And it's like all female, like, yes! Oh, I just loved it. I loved it. The acting was so good. The writing was so good. It was funny. It was fun. The soundtrack, oh my god. You will see half the soundtrack is in my music. It was so good. I loved it. Next is shows. I think I mentioned this in the last one, but I'm just going to re-mention it again. Shark Tank. I keep watching it. Can't stop watching it. As always, I'm also watching Bob's Burgers. I won't really involve these in the list, but they are my constant watches at this point. So, you know. So that was... Shark Tank was like the third one on the list, but let me get into the two that really matter. One, The Witcher. I'm at this point in my life where I would do anything, and I mean anything, to have Henry Cavill continue being Geralt. I would do anything, because I love that man so much. Not only that, but he is so good as his character, and I can't be fucked to see Hemsworth's face. I don't want to. I just don't want to, and I don't think he'll pull it off the way that Henry Cavill can. I'm livid, I'm angry, I'm mad, I'm sad. And I low-key will boycott the 4th season because I cannot stand it. This 3rd season was so good. I do kind of wish that they hadn't done a gap between, because to me it made no sense. They didn't even do half and half, they did like 75% and 25%, but like either way it was so good, and I'm pissed that he's getting replaced. I know it's on his own will, like I know there's like been an issue with him and the writers and everything, but still I'm livid, I'm angry. Lastly for shows we have Dr. Death. Now this well, I haven't finished it, but I'm like 80% through it. So good. The actor in this, he was in one of my other favourite shows I watched last year called The Affair, and he played such an amazing, lovely, loving character in that, and in this he's like, it's a true story. It's about a guy who like quite literally like paralyzed and killed people as a doctor. And watching him in this is like 2 separate people, and again, like this is what I was saying, it shows who a good actor is, and I love this actor. I think he's brilliant. I think he's very underrated. But also, as I said, this show is based on a true story, and it's so sad. It's just a sad story, but I think also that the filming of it is very well done. The writing's good. It's very, very well done. I just love it. It's so good. I don't know. I just like watching it. Lastly, we're on to music, and this has about 10, so buckle up. Low-key, that could have been a pun because one of these songs is about cars, but anyways. Firstly, we have You Wish by Flyana Boss. Let me tell you something. So my family, if you haven't seen this group on TikTok, they've been going viral because it's where the 2 girls are like, one's running, and then by the end of her verse, the other one, she's reached the other one, and the other one does her verse, and they are running throughout the whole thing. My family worked on their most recent post of it, which is them, I think is it in New York? I can't remember where they are. They're in like a massive city, and it's at night time, and my family are in the fashion industry, and they worked on this with them. They worked on several videos with them, but this one is the one that they've posted, and I'm so proud of them, and it's so cool, and I love it. And I've actually loved this song since it came out. It's so catchy. I love these girls. Like, I think they're talented. I love what they're doing. They're so smart, and it's such a catchy song. I fucking love it. Then we have Ice Cream Man by Ray. Now listen, Ray, my wife, the love of my life, she just doesn't know it yet. Her vocals are beautiful, and she is stunning, and she's so talented, and her writing is beautiful, and this song is so heartbreaking, and most women unfortunately will be able to relate to it, but I love it so much. It's essentially TW about assault and the effects of it, and it's just, the lyrics are so heartbreaking. It's so sad, but I every time I listen to it, I'm like screaming at the top of my lungs because it's just so like real. It's so real, and you can feel it. There's no like fakeness to it whatsoever. It's so authentic, and I love it. I think it's beautiful. Then we have Speed Drive by Charlie XCX. I've been listening to this since it came out, which was before the Barbie movie, and I love it. It's so catchy, it's brilliant. Charlie XCX needs to make music like this all the time because it's so fucking good. Then Smiley by Between Friends. This is one of Between Friends' new releases. Fun fact, Between Friends, I think they used to have another name. I can't remember, but they had a song, one of their like first ever songs released in like 2012 or something, and I was a fan since then, just saying. And that song you can find on YouTube somewhere. It is the best song ever, and I am so mad that it's not on streaming services anymore because it's so good. But Smiley by them has been chef kiss. The video, the people like Sav, who is the singer in it, the girl, it's her and her brother, but Sav is just fucking gorgeous and I love her. And when I was younger, people used to tell me I look like her because I was in like fandoms. Anyway, never mind, next. What Was I Made For by Billie Eilish. Oh my god, when this song came out, not only did the song break my soul, but the video in itself broke my soul. Billie, as always, I call her a creative genius. She knows what she's doing when it comes to anything creative. The visuals, stunning. The idea, stunning. The song, stunning. The writing, stunning. Everything about it is stunning. I loved it. She's so fucking talented. It was brilliant. Thank you. Next we have Paradise Calling by Birdie. I've been waiting for Birdie to release something that I can like really jam to, because I've been such a fan of her since I was young, but like none of her songs have been really hitting recently, and then she released Paradise Calling and I was like, there it is. That's it. That's the one. And it's on repeat. I love it. It's great. Then we have Dial Drunk by Noah Kahan featuring Post Malone. Now this is... here's the thing. Post Malone has been doing loads of songs with indie artists and I love that for him so much. And I just found out that he has a fiance and has a kid. I didn't know this, but slay. He looks like he's doing so well, and not just that, he is on the best songs ever in the industry, in the indie crowd. So for example, he did I think he did a song with Angus and Julia Stone, who I've loved since 2018. Yeah, 2018. Wow, 2018, yeah. And I love that so fucking much. Then, oh, and then this song that I'm fucking talking about, Dial Drunk by Noah Kahan. Noah Kahan, I'm so excited because he's coming to the UK and I'm definitely gonna go see him. Tickets are next week. I'm gonna buy him and go with my boyfriend. I say go with him, I'm dragging him. I sent it to him and I was like, oh, we're going by the way. He's like, okay. Yeah, it's so good. Their voices together are amazing. And honestly, if Post Malone went into the indie like crowd, like he started making indie music, I bet it would be even better than his like current music, which is already so good. Then I have Offense by Lil Sims. Every time this came up on my TV, it's on an advert, I would sing along, and that happens quite a bit, if I'm being honest, with ads these days. And I Shazammed it, and it's Offense by Lil Sims, and it's so good. As you can see, there's like a very big like feminist vibe in my music recently, like fuck you vibes, you know what I'm talking about. Finally, Hey Blondie by Dominic Fike. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of him as a human, but I will willingly say that this fucking song slaps so hard. It's so good. I love this song so much. But I also love the entire fucking soundtrack to Barbie because it's so good, and Greta Gerwig is a genius. So I hope you guys enjoyed this media of the month, which is always so chaotic and hectic and kind of shows you where I'm at mentally every month. But I love you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I have some more exciting videos coming soon. Be sure to follow me on Instagram because I recently am posting the best content I have ever posted. Love you guys. See you next week. Bye.